All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Uh, IOBA, my name is TC. All right, so y'all saw Donald Trump's cabinet meeting the other night with Elon Musk up in there explaining his department that he's supposed to be running. And he was telling the Republican cabinet that Trump has around him all about, his department might make mistakes, and he used Ebola as an example. He said they rectified the mistake quick and there was no interruption or whatever. But when they do that shit, the damage be already done. But I'm just gonna leave that alone. And usually they lying, you know. But I'm gonna leave that alone as well because I don't want to really talk about that part of it. I do want to mention, however, that Donald Trump said to the people in the room that anybody who disagree, we're gonna throw you the hell up out of here. In other words, you either go along with Project 2025 or we don't want you around us. Now, I know y'all remember when I told y'all Project 2025 was a go, and it was going to happen. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we just at the beginning stages of it. Now, the courts are holding a bunch of it up, but Donald Trump and Elon, they seem to be trying to find ways to get around the courts. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what really happens uh, at the end of it all. But I do know this also. Um, After Donald Trump and the Republicans uh, get done with the mass deportation part of Project 2025, they're gonna start trying to fuck with African Americans again. Their favorite targets, us, Black Americans, FBA, multi generational Black Americans, whatever you want to call it. That's where they're going next. And we, as a group, have to be prepared for that because that's what's gonna happen. We gotta be prepared for the over policing. We got to be prepared for having no protection when it comes to discrimination. We got to be prepared for all of the things that we as black people been prepared for our whole life. So we ain't got to do much. We just got to do more of what we've been doing. We got to be prepared politically. We got to elect the right people into office. We got to be prepared financially. We got to be spending our money on ourselves and doing business among ourselves. We got to find a happy medium between prices and service so we can go to our own people and know what to expect when we get there. We got to respect each other's business. In other words, we got to turn inward and do like everyone else does and keep our money and our political power to ourselves until we get ready to use it. Because Donald Trump is putting out a lot of people out of the country that, tended to vote Republican and tended to think that white folks like them, and so they acted as a buffer group. Well, that buffer group is going away now, or losing a lot of its power anyway. So we, the black base, got to start flexing a little harder. We got to harden our defenses against all of the things that's going to be coming down the pike. We got to prepare, on a national level for all this stuff, even more than we were before, because we as Black Americans knew the struggle was never going to end, and we were the only ones that seemed to recognize that. Well, them white folks don't love y'all. You can see that they putting y'all out the country in spite of all of them people y'all saw at the Black History Month celebration at the White House. Happy Black History Month, by the way. All them black people y'all seen at the Black History Month celebration at the White House. Them just rich people, sellouts, white Republicans, misguided individuals. A lot of them was individuals. A lot of them was individuals that Harriet Tubman would have left on the fucking plantation. You dig me? I saw somewhere where somebody called them people at that Black History Month celebration. Somebody called them runaway slaves or something. Well, they wasn't the runaway slaves. The runaway slaves was the people that left the plantation. Them niggas was the ones that stayed back and say, Massa treating us good. Why I want to leave Massa? What we gonna do? We ain't gonna have nothing without Massa. Them the motherfuckers that's still up at Donald Trump's feet, waiting for handouts. I seen um, Judge Joe Brown up in there. I seen uh, the surviving member of Diamond and Silk. Of course, I seen Tim Scott. Old Byron Donalds was up. All these the same old bootlicks and shills that you know are all over the place because they never seem to run out of them. Up in the White House, praising their Lord and Savior and King, Donald Trump. They don't know they're going to outlive their usefulness at some point, and they're all going to get purged. But it's just a matter of time. But in the meantime, the masses, that's us, the people who make between, I'm going to say, 25 and $60,000 a year, us in the middle, or I just put it this way, who make less than $80,000 a year, we all the working poor. We the ones that don't nobody care nothing about. Us black people. And they trying to drive us into second class citizenship even further. So that's what we have to be prepared for going forward. And we have to start doing that shit now. We can't wait till they get done and start turning their sights on us, which will be in about 6 months. We got to start doing that shit now. Our lawyers got to get together, you know what I'm saying, and form coalitions. We got to start taking advantage of some of the business opportunity that's coming up because of the mass deportations. Only we got to demand fair wages for that shit. We got to start doing that stuff. And like I always say in my videos, we are doing that, but it's better when you hear somebody talk about it. You know, because people think they're operating and ain't nobody seeing them out there. Yeah, we see y'all out there trying to take advantage of the construction down here in Florida and the agriculture down here in Florida in the South and wherever they, out in California. You can make some money, but you got to be smart about it. And you got to demand, fair wages for a fair day's work. It's as simple as that, man. And we as black people got to start taking advantage of all that. Because those are them quote unquote black jobs that Donald Trump was talking about. When he said the illegal migrants are taking all the black jobs. Donald Trump, he can't help himself. He got something wrong with him. Truth be told, agriculture and all that, those are the jobs that black people used to do. That's why you couldn't get Social Security doing them. Because those were the so-called black jobs. And then we moved up north to the industrial north to get away from Jim Crow and all of that bullshit. And we started getting factory jobs and stuff like that that did have Social Security. And then the cane cutters and the fruit pickers came in from the south and they'll work for almost nothing. A lot of them had health care in their home country, but they'll work for almost nothing compared to what we demanded. So everybody knows that story. But now it's about to come around again. Everybody know that story about the black migration north and why we did it. But it's about to come around again. And this time, if we take them jobs, if we in, say, a poultry processing plant, and they want to pay you $8.50 an hour, and you like, no, that's not how this works. We gonna need 19 coming in the door. You dig me? And we're gonna need a good union up in here. That's what we gonna be talking about. So the corporations ought to be thinking with that in mind. They know it's going to dig into their bottom line, so they're going to probably try to automate everything. But in the meantime, there's some opportunity there. Those are the types of protections that we need to build for ourselves. You know what I mean? On a national scale. Because there ain't no time to, bullshit around. We've got no time to waste in this current, political climate. We as black people got no time to waste. We already know we don't have any friends and allies. I don't care what anybody says, we don't. So we got only ourselves to depend on. And that's a good thing, because we can do it. Just watch. You dig me? So in closing, I'm going to say this. When Elon and them get done, and they come for us, we're going to be the most formidable competitor that they ever ran into. We're going to be such a political force that we can swing an election one way or the other. That's what's going to happen. It's already like that. People just don't realize it, but it's going to be even more so as we go forward and, start to consolidate our resources. You dig me? So, that's it for my Friday night comment on the political climate and what's about to happen for black folk in these United States. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a really good weekend. Check this out. I am going to start calling my channel IOBA and the awareness channel. Okay, so when I say the awareness channel, I'm talking about IOBA. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.